All right, so we'll get on the roller long ways.
Hi guys.
And we'll be tailbone all the way down at one end and head back at the other.
Lighting's great.
Okay, great. Thank you, Naomi. And just take a second to get settled in here. So finding your head really supported, that it's not off the back edge, and your tail is supported. So you've got a little room there to get on there and get grounded. And just take the arms wide. Open up across the chest. And just notice gravity here. So heavy tail, heavy head, heavy pelvis, heavy skull, rooting down into your roller. And then the hands are heavy. Open across the chest. Should feel like a nice stretch this morning. Good. Full breath in. Full exhale out. Then we'll inhale and take the hands up to the ceiling, reaching through the fingers, closing the hands together, and then exhale, opening the arms out wide. Again, inhale to take it up. Then exhale, open wide. The feet are a little wider than hip distance apart. So you want to feel like you've got a good, strong base there, so you feel stable here as we get moving. And then we reach up and hold. Hands are shoulder distance apart. Shoulders are rooted back. Throat is open. Start to reach up through one arm, taking it as high as you can, and then rooting the shoulder, dropping it down. And then other side, reaching up and rooting and dropping. So you're really finding gravity, pulling the shoulder down into the roller. And you start to pick up the pace a little bit and turn this into a little bit of a shimmy in the shoulders and get a good massage around those shoulder blades. And breathe. And then inhale both shoulders off that roller. Exhale, root the shoulders. And open the arms wide again. Full breath, open chest. Maybe wiggle those hands back a little bit. Find a little extra stretch. Full exhale. Taking the hands back up, we'll take them shoulder distance apart. And you start to reach one arm behind you and one arm down to the mat. Alternating, taking your time, checking in with any tight places. Full breath here. Energize the fingers. Open across the collarbone. One more. And then both arms reach up one more time. Reach through the fingers. Exhale, root the shoulders back and open those arms out wide. One more full breath here. Long exhale. Reaching the arms back up, turn the palms to face forward and narrow the feet just a touch. They're just about hip distance apart here. So the narrower your base gets, the more you need to hug it in those abdominals to help you stay stable. Full breath in. Exhale, lift the head, curling up, reaching through the fingers, opening up the collarbone, hugging in at the abdominals. Inhale, rest the head. Exhale, curl. Scoop, breathe, reach. Make sure that tailbone stays down on the roller, not squeezing and tucking through the glutes. Reaching the arms up. One more, we'll stay up for the 100 this time. Inhale. Exhale up. Eyes on the belly button. Pump the arms. Inhale, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 3, 4, 10. In. 20 in. 30 in. Out, 2, 3, 4, 50. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. In. Exhale. 70. Inhale. Exhale. 80. In. Reach through the fingers. 90. Inhale. All the air out. Head goes down. Arms go up. And then they open wide again, getting that stretch across the chest. Full breath, letting the neck soften here. Nice. All right, the arms come in by the sides. You want to bend the elbows enough that the elbows and the forearms can root down into the mat. Spread the fingers wide and then heel toe the feet together. So now your base is narrower. You want to feel like you're using those deep abdominals to help you stay on your roller. Full breath. Exhale the right leg to tabletop. Extend that leg out to 45 degrees. Bend it back into table and place the foot down. Left leg lifts and extend and bend to table and place it down. Right side lift, extend, open the chest and place it down. Left side lift, extend, open throat, belly button to spine. Right side lift, extend, bend to table, place it down. Left side lift, extend, bend and place it down. Take a full breath here. You can stay with this one where you keep one foot down on the mat, or you can bring the legs to tabletop, whichever feels best for your body. So if you're moving into table, right leg, left leg, don't be afraid to use the hands on the mat here to help you stabilize. Full breath, hug the abdominals in. Extend the right leg. Switch, extend the left. Breathe, open the chest, right and left. Hug the abdominals in tight, right and left. So if you stay with the foot on the mat, just take it to table and then extend it out and swap sides. If you're feeling strain in your low back, that would be a good indicator to go back to one foot on the mat. Breathe, one more set. Bend both knees to table. Take the left foot all the way down to the mat, the right foot all the way down, and then just heel toe those feet out a little wider than hip distance. And let's open the palms up, arms out wide again. Full breath. Start to let yourself just rock a little to one side, and then rock a little to the other side. Just enough to get a little massage in between the shoulder blades, get a little bit more open across the chest, and breathe. Couple more. Letting it feel nice, opening up. Back to the center. Great. All right, so we're going to carefully roll to one side to come off of the roller. And just bring yourself up to seated. And then we're going to move the roller so that it goes underneath the feet. And I'm going to keep it down at this end just so you can see me a little better. All right, so it comes down here. It's underneath the arches of the feet, and we lay down to the mat. I'm noticing I'm getting a little of the pollen on my pants here. Good. And then arms are long by your sides. So feet are parallel in hip distance. Walk your fingertips down. Take a full breath here. Opening up your chest. Then we'll start a little progression of shoulder bridge. So full breath in. Exhale, hug the belly button in and start to squeeze the glutes and tuck the tail off of the mat. And then put it right back down. And then tuck the tail and sacrum and low back off the mat and put it right back down. And then this time, peel up, up, up into your shoulder bridge. So you want to feel one long line from your knees to your shoulders. Try not to let the ribs splay here. Squeeze the glutes and hamstrings and lift the pelvis a little higher. And do little pulls in on the roller. 10, 9, open the chest. 8, long neck. 7, open throat. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here, lift the pelvis an inch, and then roll down through your spine, all the way down to your tailbone. Full breath. Scoot that roller towards you just a little bit, and cross the right ankle over the left knee. Just get a gentle stretch here. You can pull the roller towards you a little more to get a little deeper stretch. Just stretching the glute a little bit here. And then swapping the legs. Crossing it over, pulling it in a little more. Finding that stretch through the glute. Full breath. Great. All right, so you're going to pull it underneath you so that you can grab it around the ends and pull it right behind the knees. And we take a full breath here and rock yourself up to seated. Great. All right, so just getting a little stretch for the hamstrings. The roller's underneath the ankles. The feet are at about hip distance apart. Take a full breath here. I'm going to bend my knees a little bit on this first one. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, take that forward fold, lengthening through the legs. Breathe. I did a lot of painting yesterday, crouched down, so I'm feeling my legs, feeling my low back a little bit. Inhale up, bend those knees if you like. Exhale, reach. All the way up. Good. So we're going to scoot it towards you and we're going to sit up onto the roller. So coming up, so the roller is not right under the sits bones, but right at the top of the hamstring. So it can be a nice release here too. So if you find that place right at the top of the hamstring, right below the sits bone, and you sit right there, a little bit of that pressure there can be nice to get a little release at the top of the hamstrings. So let's do spine stretch forward and saw. We reach the arms out in front of you, root the shoulders back, lift and lengthen. Inhale, exhale, dive. Nose to the belly button, top of the head reaching for the mat. Inhale to round it up. Exhale to dive it down. Scooping, scooping. Inhale up. Exhale. So really using the breath here. Noticing your posture, finding the full length of your spine. So syncing up some movement with your breath is a great way to get present. Exhale. And then reach for the toes and take that little stretch there. Breathe. Sitting up tall, reaching the arms wide for the saw. So finding all that length in the spine. Then we twist to the right. Exhale, round and reach. Press the back palm up. Inhale, tall, twist left. Exhale, round and reach. Pressing that back palm up, up. Inhale, tall right. Exhale, round, reach. Inhale, tall left. Exhale, round, reach. One more set. And left. And all the way up. Let's close the legs together. Reach it up, inhale. Exhale, reaching for the toes. Full breath here. Allow the neck to release. And round yourself up. Good. All right, so we're gonna take this roller now so it goes underneath the hands. And let's take it more towards the wrists. And just take a little child's pose. Just a little release forward before we get into our next series. Coming all the way up. Place your left hand in the center of the roller in front of you. And as you press the roller away from you, you're going to twist and look up towards that right arm and reach it. And then swap it out. Twist and reach and up, up, up. And you can use those abdominals here. Hug the belly button in. Get a twist. Find those obliques. 2 more sets. And reach. And reach. 1 more set. Other set. All the way up. Good. All right, we'll pick that roller up again. You're going to put it on the mat underneath your legs. And then we'll lay down to your mat and pull it underneath the pelvis. So get on my mat here, finding how you can lift the pelvis into your bridge. If you've got on a shirt like me, you have to kind of pull it there, and it's underneath the pelvis rather than all the way under the low back. So you want to have it under the pelvis there. And just stay here a second. Let the head get heavy, the chin move away from the chest, and let the hands be palms up, shoulders rooted. Feet are hip distance apart. Navel is into the spine. Bring that right leg to tabletop and extend that leg up to the ceiling. So you want to find stability in the pelvis here as you circle the leg. The leg moves to the left. Cross, down, around, and lift it up. Cross, down, around, lift. Breathe. If you feel any popping or snapping in the hip, make your circle as small as you need to get rid of that pop. Breathe. Reverse. Open, down, cross, lift. Open, down, cross, lift. Breathe. Energize the arms. 2 more. Lift. 1 more. Lift. And then hug that knee into the chest. So if you really pull the right thigh in and ground down through your left heel and squeeze through that left glute a little bit, you can open up that hip crease a little more. And then place that foot down. Left leg moves to table. Arms are by your sides with the palms up. The leg extends to the ceiling. Open the throat. Root down through your right foot. Circle the leg to the right. Cross. Down, around, lift. Cross. Down, around, lift. Breathe. Hug your belly button into your spine. 2 more. Lift. 1 more. Reverse. Open, down, cross, lift. Keep breathing. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Lift. Hug it in. Breathe. Excuse me. Breathe here. So again, if you pull in on that left thigh and ground down through your right foot and squeeze that right glute, you can open up the front of that right hip crease. Great. All right, let's bring both knees into the chest. If you need to scooch that roller underneath you a little more so you don't feel like you're going to lose it, Go for it. And then I'm going to keep my hands around the edges here of the ends of the roller. It's up to you where your hands go. And we'll breathe and take both legs up to the ceiling. Flex the feet and let the legs be about hip distance apart. And just take a little walk here. Right, left, breathe. Open up the chest. Get those legs moving. And you're going to walk down for 8 walks. Down, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, down. And up. Keep those abdominals hugging in. Down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up, 2, 3, 4. One more set, down. And up. And hug the knees into the chest. Full breath. Keep the knees in. Take the hands where you need them. Start to extend the right leg to the ceiling. Then flex the foot and reach it down. We're doing bicycle. Then the left leg starts. Reach. Reach. Take your time. You can always just keep the feet flexed or pointed. You don't have to articulate the feet. Breathe. Reach for the mat. Reach for the mat. So you're stabilizing and stretching. You're breathing. You reverse. Reach. Reach. Open across the collarbone. Hug that belly button in. One more set. Both legs go up. Squeeze the heels together. Lower the legs 6 inches. Pull the belly button in, maybe a little farther. And scoop it back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Keep breathing. 2 more tight heels. 1 more. And lift. Hug the knees into the chest. Full breath. Keep your right knee hugged in. Place your left foot down on the mat. If this feels like enough stretch right here for your hip flexor, you can stay there. Or slide that left leg long. Flex that left foot. Hug in on that right thigh. And breathe. Get a good stretch here for the hip opening and feeling a little stretch down through the thigh. Breathe. Bend that left knee. Bring that leg all the way in. Hug the left thigh. Place the right foot down. Breathe. Hug in on that left thigh. Slide the right leg long. Breathing. Noticing if one side feels tighter than the other. Opening the chest. Lengthening long through that right heel. Full breath. And then bend that right knee, bringing that knee all the way back into the chest. Just let the thighs spill towards you. Should feel nice on the low back. And we're just going to start to wiggle that roller out from underneath you, getting a nice lengthener for the low back. So bring it so it's right under your sacrum and hang out there a second. Then push it a little more. Hang out there a second. Breathe. Allowing the low back to get long. So a lot of the foam roller work is just really about playing with it, finding things that feel good for your body. Then on this next one, we'll let it come all the way out nice and slow. Releasing the pelvic pelvis down. Good. So we take it behind the legs again for a roll up. Rocking yourself up to seated. Then we'll turn around again. We'll bring it down towards the end of your mat. And this time we'll take a little bit of stability challenge here. So it's going to be underneath the hands. If your wrists give you trouble, you can always just put the fists down on the mat and not use the roller. But otherwise, we'll take it with the hands shoulder distance apart, fingers spread, and then the legs are hip distance with the knees right underneath the hips. And then we tuck the toes underneath. So take a second here to root the shoulders, find width in the collarbone. Get those toes tucked. And then lift the knees and breathe here. And find that open chest. Find the length in the neck. Try not to hang the head. Try to keep the neck long. Find some challenge in the abdominals. Imagine that you're squeezing a grapefruit between your knees. Lift those heels a little higher. Breathe. And then the knees go down. We set the hips to the heels in a child's pose again. Breathe. Let the head hang between the arms. Full breath. Great. All right, so coming to my favorite. Yes, this is swan prep with your roller. So we're going to come down long onto the mat, and the roller is underneath the forearms, so right in the middle of the forearms there. And the feet are hip distance, maybe just a little wider. We don't want to forget about the abdominals here. So they're there to support your low back and give you a little more length on the low back, but this is a good arch for the spine. So we want to keep the head down to start and allow the shoulders to move up by the ears. And then keeping the arms straight, pull the shoulders away from the ears, start to lift the head off the mat, squeeze the glutes, stay protected with the abdominals, and then pressing it out. Reach through the shoulders, then root through the shoulders. Lift, up, up, up. Press and reach it away. 3 more. Shoulders reach, shoulders drop. Lift. Hug the belly button in. Press and reach. 2 more. Lift. And reach. 1 more. Lift. And lower down. Again, we take it to a child's pose, so sitting the hips to the heels with the hands on the roller, letting the head fall between the arms. Widen the hands so the hands go out to the ends of the roller. Full breath. And round yourself up. Good. All right, so we're gonna take it so that it's on just one arm. So we bend the left knee and have the left leg in front, and then the right leg is here beside you. Finding a flexion in the knees that feels comfortable for you. So just checking in with the knees, noticing here. And then the left hand is just out in front of you a little bit there. The right arm reaches, and we press that roller out, stretching down your side body, and then coming all the way up. So you're also using your obliques here. Think of those muscles that go from the ribs to the pelvis. Using those muscles there. Deep abdominals hugging in to support your back. Some lateral movement here. So we're not going front and back. We're finding our side body. 2 more, breathe. And all the way up. 1 more, breathe. And all the way up. then just swinging it around, right hand, left hand. You're going to push and lift the chest. Great. Taking it to the other side. So bringing it over to your right side. Swap the legs out. The right leg is in front of you. The left leg is out to your side. Careful with the knees here. Get tall in your spine first. The right hand is on the roller just in front of you. The left arm reaches out. Exhale, reach. And inhale up. And exhale, reach. And inhale up. Yes, this is an original vintage Cats musical t-shirt I have on today. My mom is really good at keeping stuff and keeping it for my sister and I. And so we end up with some gems. Pretty good one. Last one. Coming all the way up. Good. Rest. Nice. Oh, let's take that little twist. So both hands are on there. Push it up. And take that twist. Opening the collarbone. Good. And relax. Nice. Okay, so we're going to get a little rollout for the thighs here. This one can be a little tender in places. So you want to be careful here with your shoulders and your low back. Always take a rest if it starts to feel like it's straining those places. All right, so the roller goes just above the knees on the thighs. And you're taking this little push and pull with the arms. And the legs are in parallel at about hip distance apart. And you're finding any places that might just need a little extra massage this morning. And again, we want to hug the abdominals in to support the low back here. So using those muscles between the shoulder blades to protect the shoulders, using the abdominals to protect the back. You can take the legs into a little bit of turnout here, and that'll get those inner thighs a little bit more. You can keep it in parallel. You could turn it in a little bit. Just finding those places that need a little extra attention. And then we'll push back, take the knees down, and then we're going to flip over so we're sitting on the roller again. And we're going to get the glutes now. So you've got your front body, now we'll get your back body a little bit. So we've got the sits bones on the roller. You're going to take your left hand behind you, and then your right hand over on that left leg. And just shift so it's only your left glute on the roller. And then you start to push and pull with the feet and legs, and finding some places there in the glutes that might need a little extra attention. And this one and the one we just did for the thighs are great ones that you can do on the regular just to work out any extra little kinks. So if you stay tighten your glutes or hips, tighten your thighs, these are good ones. Full breath. And then we'll just switch over to the other side. So just sitting onto the right glute, taking that right hand behind you, left hand comes over onto that right leg, and you're just on the right glute, and you're pushing and pulling and breathing. Full breath. Finding any places that might need a little extra attention this morning. Breathing, breathing. Good. And then coming back to the center, we'll sit on there again. This time, take the soles of the feet together. Let that roller be just at the top of the hamstring there, not right underneath the sits bones. And then just take a little stretch forward Releasing your neck. And round yourself up, and we'll come off of there again. So taking it now so that it's underneath the shoulder blade. So it's going to be not on the shoulder blade, but that meat that's underneath there. And we want to find a little bit of a self-massage for that area. So finding that place there, and then letting yourself push and pull over that place. So this one can be a little awkward with the setup. You want the left hand under the head. The right hand is on the roller in front of you, and you're pushing with that right leg. The left knee is bent underneath you. It sounds a little bit like Twister. Yeah. But just take your time here. You're rolling over that place. And that can get super tender there. Just taking your time. And sometimes you can just stay still with the body, with the low body, and twist and move through your upper body. You can take that hand down. You could close and open here and breathe. And then we'll take it to the other side. So finding the right shoulder blade, underneath it there, kind of that bra line area. The right hand is under the head. The right knee is bent with the leg down on the mat. The left foot flat with the knee bent. Left hand on the roller in front of you. And just pushing and pulling. Finding those places. So my right side is my dominant side. I use it more. It's certainly more tender. Finding those places to wiggle through there. Breathing. Just letting yourself play with it a little bit. Then we transition back to the center, and we're going to put the roller underneath both shoulder blades here. So getting a little arch and curl for the spine. So you'll know what the right place is because it'll be doable. So we want to take the hands and place them behind the head, and then take a little arch back over that roller. And if it feels like, ooh, that's painful, then you might need to come up a little higher on the shoulder blades, or maybe even a little lower. But just take your time finding a place here that you can release, maybe even let go of the head and reach through the arms. Exploring this place a little bit, allowing it to soften as you breathe. And then bringing yourself up about halfway. So you want to feel like your head is lifted out of that place where you're into gravity, and then lift your pelvis up. And again, for people like me that have like a t-shirt on or something loose, you can tuck the back of your shirt into your pants so it doesn't get caught up here. And then push and pull with the legs. And just iron out the upper back. This should feel really nice. Allow yourself to really go to the edges. Use your abdominals to support your back. Use your glutes and hamstrings to keep your pelvis up. Play with a little arch and curl in the spine. Breathe. Couple more passes there. And then we're going to bring it down so that the roller is at the back of the neck. So it takes a little wiggling here, but find the roller right at the back of the neck. Keep your hands at the end there so you don't feel like you're going to lose it. And go ahead and slide the legs long. And breathe. And you can find that place right where the skull and the neck meet. And kind of inch that roller into that place. And find some tender places right there. Breathe. Turn the head side to side. Full breath. And then we'll take that roller out, reach it up to the ceiling. Then you're gonna take the knees on the roller, or the little elbow of the knee, yeah. So finding that, and then we take a little pull in to stretch the low back, and then a little rock up to seat it. Good. All right, so we'll take the roller onto the mat here, and take the hands onto it, tuck the toes, just shift yourself into a squat. If you can, find the heels down onto the mat. Let that be a place that you soften into. Check in with the feet here. Big toe, pinky toe, center of the heel, all trying to get equal weight to the mat. I had a friend that used to sit like this to do her homework. This is great for your digestion. Good, full breath. Nice. And then just pressing to a little straighter legs, taking a little more weight onto the feet, onto the hands. Lift the chin, arch through the spine, reach through the tail and sits bones. And then curve. And roll yourself up, 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 up. Great. All right, so standing tall here to finish. Let's take that roller between the legs. We've got the ankle bones hugging in on the roller. Let the arms dangle by your sides. Notice the full length of your spine. So for me, it helps to take my hand at the top of my head, if you can see it here, and just feel this feeling of kind of pulling my hair up, 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 up. Finding that lift and lengthen. And then taking the hands and just rubbing on the tailbone a little bit. And then sending the energy down through the tailbone. And finding that full length here. And then you can do the same thing across the chest. Like you've got paint brushes here. Making those strokes across the chest. Just finding that full width. Let's take a full breath here. Again. One more. Just take the hands to the belly. We'll breathe into the belly here, moving the breath into the hands. And then the hands to the chest, moving the breath into the chest. And then taking the hands to the ribs, so thumbs forward, fingers back. Move the breath into the ribs. And then stacking the hands on the head, move the breath into those hands there. opening the arms out wide. Great. You did it. Nice. All right. So it's Sunday. It feels good to be outside today. Nice weather. Let's see. I'm going to probably do a bunch of painting and maybe some baking and just try to stay present in this day right here, because sometimes it can feel like we're a little bit on a loop, and just letting this be a new day with new happenings. Yeah. I'm gonna be doing Pilates all week, and that will be mat workouts. That'll also be I'm gonna lead kind of a postnatal gentle class for folks that are needing that, a little bit more of a restorative class, and then also adding back in some circuit stuff and stuff that feels also a little bit more like a workout. So I'll be doing that all week, and then also we'll be back at dance party, and dance party's super fun if you haven't done one yet. It's a great thing to do with your kids, and just doing what you can. It's super fun. We dance to good music. I'm always up for suggestions, so if you've got suggestions for songs, always send them my way. And then also I'm gonna record a ballet bar this week and record a modern dance class that I'll put up on YouTube. So look for those too. I really appreciate you guys doing this with me. It makes my day feel a little more connected to the outside world. And so please ask me questions if you have them. Send them my way. And I hope that everybody is feeling good and doing good. I'll see you soon.